What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over some new information about The Flash Season 9, Episode 9, that of course being the next episode, which airs tomorrow. Now guys, this information comes from an interview that was done by TV Line, so I will leave that in the description if you guys want to read the whole thing. But yeah, for this video, I'm just going to be going over the parts in the article that I think are most necessary to go over. So the first thing that I thought was actually pretty interesting is that Grant Gustin, who of course plays Barry Allen, didn't think that Stephen Amell would be able to return as the Green Arrow. He didn't think that was on the table, as he says. So I thought that was pretty interesting right there. Now, one of the most interesting things about this article is they say that Ramsey Rosa, aka Bloodwork, proves to be quite the party crasher, having escaped Argus to catapult Barry, Iris, John Diggle, Wally West, into a nightmare scenario. As Barry labors to navigate the perilous situation, a hero returns. So obviously that hero is going to be Stephen Amell, aka Oliver Queen, and he's obviously going to be returning. Now, the thing I found most interesting about this is that this is confirmed that now that Bloodwork does escape Argus. He escapes. I mean, obviously that was pretty likely that would be the case, but now we know that it's likely going to be connected to those comics we got, like, I don't know, what, 6 months ago or something along those lines. There were like comics that were connected to the Arrowverse, and Cisco had a big role in those comics. So it'd be really interesting to see if we get some kind of Cisco cameo, maybe like they see Cisco on like a FaceTime video or something like that. They just see him through a computer. I doubt that he would actually be in the episode. So I think, maybe a small cameo for Cisco is possible in this episode. Now, guys, the next thing I want to go over from this article is Grant Gustin saying that this episode, episode 9, is one of the biggest, or if not the biggest, episode of the season. Now, the reason he's saying this, I'm assuming, is because it's the final ever Arrowverse crossover, right? Of course, you're gonna have Kid Flash, Diggle, Green Arrow, Barry, of course, and just tons of characters. So it's gonna be awesome to see. Obviously, they're gonna be facing Bloodwork. So yeah, I think that definitely means it's gonna be one of the biggest episodes of the season. And before like a while back, actually, it was confirmed that episode 9, or I guess Bloodwork's episode, would have something to do with starting the next graphic novel. So the Cobalt Blue stuff is, I guess, going to be started because of something that happens in this episode, whether that's Bloodwork related or Oliver Queen related, multiverse related, who really knows. But the Cobalt Blue stuff is going to start happening in this episode, so that's obviously going to be something to look forward to here. Now guys, one of the other things that I thought was just awesome that they talked about in the article was the fact that in this episode there's going to be some more classic, like, Arrow-like fight scenes, right? So there's going to be some crazy good combat going on, which is going to be absolutely awesome to see. We're going to see Oliver Queen back in action, of course, which I just cannot wait for. This episode's going to be amazing. It's hard to believe that this whole season has been pretty bad, and then you got this episode, which doesn't even feel like the same season at all. It feels like an early season, which is just awesome. And yeah, so that's going to be really cool to see. And then also, they also mentioned that Oliver Queen's return is not just because of fan service, right? He's gonna have some purpose in the episode, like he's gonna have something to offer, as they say in the article. So what exactly could that be? Obviously, we know that Oliver's gonna give Barry and Team Flash the knowledge of the new multiverse. Could it be something along those lines? We're also just still clueless as to how exactly Oliver Queen has been revived, or how does Barry even find Oliver? How does does Barry go to? Obviously, they're on Lian Yu here, but it could be, I guess it's like purgatory or the afterlife or whatever. So that's, I don't know how Barry gets in there. Maybe I guess Barry could die and then be brought back by Oliver, and then, Oliver comes back with Barry or something along those lines. Does Oliver have to stay in purgatory, or is he like able to leave and then just like go back in whenever he wants? Is he able to just leave and then never have to go back? Can he just like live his life back in Star City all over again, or something like that? Who really knows? It's going to be really interesting to find out what exactly happens with Oliver Queen's character, and I guess the circumstances to him being alive once again. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to all that happening in tomorrow's episode. But honestly, guys, if I had to make a guess, I'd say that Oliver Queen's return does have something to do with Bloodwork, and what they're going to do is they're going to say, if you defeat Bloodwork, that means Oliver can't be alive again, or something along those lines. So, like, the only reason Oliver's alive is because of something Bloodwork does. I don't know, something along those lines I think would definitely make sense in terms of defeating Bloodwork, but also making sure Oliver isn't, like, fully revived and can just go back to living a normal life in Star City. So I think that something like that is probably what they're going to end up doing. But yeah, guys, nonetheless, I am super excited for tomorrow's episode and for the rest of the season, because hopefully there won't be another bad episode of the season and we can just go out on a good note. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on all this new stuff about Season 9, Episode 9 that will be airing tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.